Hey guys, how's it going? It's Spider Bugle back in another video, and today I have two topics I would like to discuss today. I have the Spider Bugle Q&A and new footage, Spider-Man PS4 footage that I'm gonna share with you today right after we finish the Q&A. So let's begin. But whoa, hold your horses. Stop right there. Before we begin, give yourselves a pat on the back. If you are subscribed to my channel or follow me on Twitter, give yourself a pat on the back. You know, guys know who you are. Thank you so much. We have just reached 200 subscribers on Twitter and 400 followers. Stuffed it all up. We have just reached 200 subscribers on YouTube and 400 followers on Twitter. So we can all just give a round of applause and give ourselves a pat on the back. Thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. I never imagined I will get this much support. You guys are the best. I would like to thank everyone. Evan Filaki, man, you're the best. And all my loyal followers and YouTubers who continually comment on my videos. You guys know who you are. Thank you so much. And let's begin today's Q&A video. Okay, so starting with question number 1. It's by Dylan G, Sucker Punched 90. He asks, the Spider Bugle, do you think we'll get these pieces of perfection from Insomniac Games in Spider-Man PS4 # Spider Bugle Q&A? Yes, Dylan, yes, I think we'll get these suits. They are a must-have in almost every Spider-Man game, particularly the Ultimate Spider-Man suit. That is one of my favorite suits of all time. I see you have the 2099, the Scarlet Spider suit, and the black suit. Those are all must-haves, and I without a doubt think that they will definitely be in the game. I would also like to see other suits, like movie suits, live action suits. I think we'll definitely get the Civil War suit. That is definitely gonna be included in the game. I just have a gut feeling that it will definitely be included, particularly because it already features the eyes, so you know it will be pretty logical to, you know, just include the rest of the suit. I mean, the suit already has some features incorporated and borrowed, some design elements borrowed from the Civil War suit. So yeah, I think we'll get the Civil War suit and other suits as well. So thank you, Dylan, for asking that question. And our next question comes from the talented gamer HD Terry Lee Live. He asked # Spider Bugle Q&A. If Insomniac Games make a franchise, do you think the white logo on Spider-Man will stay until the very end of the series? I'm not quite sure. That's a 50-50 answer there, but judging by what Insomniac Games have revealed, I think just for this suit only, it might stay on this suit because he might make other suits later down the line. So I think we'll get, as said, other suits because Peter Parker is known to, how do I say it, build other suits according to the villains he faces. So I think this is only for Mr. Negative. This only suit when facing Mr. Negative, so it's white for a reason, but we don't know yet. So if you're talking about this suit, yes, I think the white spider logo will stay until the very end of the franchise, but that's only for this suit. In terms of other suits, I think we'll get a black spider. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Okay, and on to our next question. Noah Sanctuary Symbiote Parker asks, at Spider Bugle, # Spider Bugle Q&A, which would you prefer for the Spider-Man PS4 series? A spin-off focusing on a different Spidey, or a prequel? That's a good question, Noah Sanctuary. I would personally prefer a prequel. I am very interested in discovering the past of this certain Spider-Man story. Insomniac have stated before that this is their own story, and they're working hand in hand with Marvel to make the story as interesting as possible. So I think this is a never before seen story like this suit. We have never seen this suit before, so I would like to see how this suit was made, and I'm very interested, like stated in the question before, I'm very interested in discovering why the spider logo is white. It's definitely white for a reason, but we don't know that yet. I guess we're just gonna have to wait until the game comes out to fully understand the intentions behind that design. So But yeah, I would like to see a prequel. I would like to see his earlier days. You know, again, this is a Spider-Man we've never seen before. This might be a totally different Peter Parker. Um, I don't want to go back to. I don't want to see Uncle Ben die. We've seen. I think we can all agree that we've seen that a lot. We've seen it a million times. So I just want to focus on the start of him understanding his powers. So the start of him, how do I say it? The start of him being Spider-Man, and that'll be interesting. You know, if you mentioned a spin-off focusing on a different Spidey. You know, Ben Reilly. But the Ben Reilly suit is one of my favorite suits of all time as well, along with the Ultimate Spider-Man suit. So I'm very interested in seeing a Ben Reilly spin-off. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. And but you know, realistically, I think we'll get a prequel. It just makes sense. We might get a Ben Reilly DLC. I don't know. It's all questions and anticipation at this point. I can't really answer that question, but to answer your question, yes, I would prefer a prequel. Okay, and on to my favorite question of this whole Q&A. It is by OK type username HR, and he asks at the Spidey Bugle, hashtag Spidey Bugle Q&A, how did you become a Spider-Man fan, and what was the first Spider-Man game you played? Oh my gosh, yeah, believe it or not, I actually hated spiders and Spider-Man when I was young, but I hated spiders, and the first time when I saw Spider-Man, I hated it. I know it's kind of weird, but I was actually terrified of the visuals in the first Spider-Man movie where the spider bites him while he's holding the camera, and yeah, just the effects at the time were just I was just petrified. And I remember one time, you know, I calmed down and I sat down and I gave the movie another shot, and yeah, I actually liked it. After that, you know, after I saw him, you know, draw the suit. You know, the suit was the main thing that I noticed first. The suit was, I don't know, I just loved the suit the first time I saw it, and seeing him kicking Green Goblin in the face. You know, you guys know how Spider-Man 1 goes. You know how he gets the superpowers. He kicks some thugs in the face. He kicks Green Goblin in the face. Yeah, it was just awesome. But the definitive moment was when I saw the Spider-Man 2 poster while I was on the excursion in the city with my school. This was back in 2004 when I was very young. That was when I really, you know, took a liking for Spider-Man, and yeah, it was just, I just like that. I loved it ever since. You know, I couldn't get enough of it. I have played every Spider-Man game except the Spider-Man Friends Offer and the Amazing Spider-Man games. But other than that, I have played Spider-Man 2 and Ultimate Spider-Man. Those are my two favorite Spider-Man games of all time. And yeah, I've been a Spider-Man fan ever since. And you also asked what was my first Spider-Man game I ever played. It was the first games that I have ever played in my entire life were Spider-Man 1 and Jurassic Park Operation Genesis on the PS2. Those are the first two games I've ever played, and yeah, it was nice. It was awesome first playing that Spider-Man game. It was Spider-Man 1, I remember, and I get flashbacks and chills every time I hear the menu theme song. But yeah, that's to answer your question. So I became a Spider-Man fan when back in 2004. That was when I saw the poster in the city, and the first Spider-Man game I ever played was Spider-Man 1. So I hope that answers your question, and thank you for asking this. Thank you. This was a very interesting question to answer, so thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, on to the next question. Parker Peter dot at TechnoBacon asks, hashtag Spidey Q&A. Do you have your own personal reason as to why the spider is white? Considering Insomniac said there's a reason in the story. That's a very good question, Parker Peter, or TechnoBacon. Yeah, I actually think the suit will help him fight in hand to, or help him fight Mr. Negative. I think the suit, this is my prediction, but I think it's resistant to his to contact with the negative force inside Mr. Negative. I think it will help him fight Mr. Negative when they're facing each other in the boss battles. I think this suit will prevent him from turning into the negative version of himself, which is why I think this spider is white. I think this is a spider armor rather than a spider suit, because you know it looks like armor plating, especially the shoulders. They look sturdy and stiff as opposed to your typical Spider-Man fabric cloth material. So I think the suit as a whole, especially the white spider, is resistant to Mr. Negative's touch. So I hope that answers your question, and thank you for asking. Okay, and on to the next question. Nathan Jake, at Nathan Jake 328 asks, at the Spider Bugle, hashtag Spider Bugle Q&A, what are you looking forward to most in Spider-Man PS4? Oh, I've said it a million times, the parkour. The parkour to me is just something that has never been done in a Spider-Man game, particularly in a next-gen game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the mechanics. I'm looking forward to how Insomniac Games will execute this feature. This is a never before seen feature. You know, and there are two scenes that prove that this will be one of the most exciting features in the game. One, when he's jumping and moving around in the cafe scene, and when he's doing a backflip on the edge of the building. That to me just blew me away. That is probably the most exciting thing about this game. The parkour. Everyone agrees. Well, not everyone, but most people agree that the parkour will be the most exciting thing about this game. There are other features I'm looking forward to as well. The swinging, I'm very interested in the swinging, the jumping, the wall crawling, you know, how Spider-Man reacts, and the spider sense. But you have to also keep in mind that, you know, not all features were announced. You know, we have this quote-unquote blockbuster pieces. We don't know what that is. So I'm very interested, like I said, in all these features. But if you are looking for a particular thing that I am looking forward to, it's definitely got to be the parkour. So I hope that answers your question, and thank you Nathan Jake for asking. Okay, and our next question comes from Dra Decade at Dra626. Do you think we will have a jump meter or a double jump? Do you think we will be able to go all over New York City? Hashtag Spider-Man PS4, hashtag Spider Bugle Q&A. Yes, I think we will have a jump meter. I think in my opinion, it's logical to have a jump meter because of the parkour mechanics that will require different techniques and different heights in terms of elevation when jumping. So yeah, I think we will have a jump meter simply because you know, Insomniac are focusing very hard on this game, and you know, they're looking back. They're probably when they started developing this game, they probably were looking back and at other Spider-Man games, and you guys know which game I'm talking about, Spider-Man 2 on the PS2. They probably, you know, analyzed everything about that game, you know, everything that was great about that game, the web slinging and the jump meter. So yeah, I think we will see a jump meter, but I won't be disappointed if we don't. But the only thing I do want is for Spider-Man to jump pretty high. So I want a control and composed jump mechanic or jump control when traversing through the city. A double jump, you know, some people, you know, don't like a double jump. You know, personally, me, I prefer him flipping in the air instead of a double jump. You know, we've seen it in the films where he jumps and he flips mid-air. I think that would look a lot better and a lot acrobatic, because, you know, Spider-Man is one of the most acrobatic and agile heroes in Marvel, heck, ever. So I think it will make more sense to have a jump meter and a jump flip instead of a double jump, because the double jump is physically impossible if we want to be realistic here. But yeah, we just have to focus on what Insomniac's intentions are. They want to make this game as realistic as possible, so I think we will get a jump meter, but we'll also get that flip jump technique that I just said. Do you think we will be able to go all over New York City? Absolutely. No, 100% yes. It's an open world next-gen Spider-Man game. Of course, we're gonna go around New York City. I can't wait to see, what Insomniac Games do to this environment. Going back to Sunset Overdrive, Ratchet and Clank, the Resistance, the environments are all amazing. They pay very close attention to detail, and they have an opportunity to make the greatest in-game environment in a Spider-Man game. And seeing Insomniac again every day, it puts a smile on my face every time. I remind myself, hang on, Insomniac Games is making this game. So to answer your question, long story short, yes, there will be a jump meter. As opposed to double jump, there will be a flip jump, so him jumping and flipping in the air, similar to what he does in the movies. And 100% yes to him traversing around New York City. So thank you, Gerard Deckard, for asking that question. Okay, and our next question is this guy at Spidey PS4 hype. He asked at the Spidey Bugle, #Spidey Bugle Q&A, what major villains do you think we'll be fighting in Spider-Man PS4 besides Negative and Green Goblin? That's a tough one. We have seen nothing of the other villains. Because to answer your question, because Mr. Negative is involved, I see Insomniac might be going for more of a heist gangster type feel to the supervillains. So I wouldn't mind seeing. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they included Hammerhead and Tombstone. They along with Great Harry Norman Osborn. They could be plotting something against Spider-Man, which is why he could have that suit. Answering the other question. But I feel we could have other villains as well. We could have Chameleon, as mentioned before. We could have Beetle, Spot. Some villains. Basically, all the villains from my top 5 villains list that I already have done a video about. But yeah, major villains. I think major villains will see Chameleon. We might see Hammerhead. We might see Tombstone. What else? We might see. I don't think we'll see Rhino because he's been in a lot of Spider-Man games, especially in the last one. Oh, sorry, not the last one. He's been in a lot of other games. I can't remember right now. He's been in Spider-Man 2 and Ultimate Spider-Man and Web of Shadows. I haven't played the Amazing Spider-Man games, so correct me if I'm wrong. I believe there was a DLC pack for the Amazing Spider-Man 1, for the first Amazing Spider-Man game. So yeah, I don't think Rhino is gonna be in this game. Lizard, I think Lizard might be in the game. It's particularly villains that haven't had as much exposure as other villains, especially Tombstone and Hammerhead. I think yeah, they'll focus, like I said, they'll focus more on the villains that haven't been exposed as much, and they're obviously going for, well, I'm predicting they're obviously going for this, as I said, gangster, heist type vibe, with Mr. Negative, Tombstone, Hammerhead. They all wear suits, so there must be something there. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. Thank you for asking this guy. Okay, and we have yet another question from Gerard Deckard. Right, thank you for asking these questions. Anyway, he asked, what do you want Spider-Sense wise in Spider-Man PS4? #Spider-Man PS4. How do you think we'll upgrade our attacks? #SpiderBeagle Q&A. So Spider-Sense wise, I would like a Spider-Man 2 type Spider-Sense where the Spider-Sense, it flashes before someone hits you. And that could give us a chance to counter his attacks and roundhouse kick him or kick him in the face. Yeah, but Spider-Sense wise, I can't really answer that. We have so little information. I'm not sure, but Spider-Sense wise, I would like a Spider-Man 2 system. So as he is about to attack or just as he is about to hit you, the spider sense will emit this flash with the lightning. Well, not the lightning, but the how do I say it? The spider sense lightning strikes. So the spider sense lines will flash. Depends what how hard the attack is. So if it's a really hard attack, it could flash red. If it's a soft attack, it could flash like a blue. And if it's in a medium attack, it could flash yellow. So the colors can change according to the severity of the damage. So the damage that could be caused if he comes in contact, if he manages to hit you. So yeah, I think they could be Thug White. So I know it doesn't make sense, but yeah, spider sense wise, I would just like a Spider-Man 2 style spider shits. The other question was, how do you upgrade our attacks? Well, it is Insomniac, so I expect them to use a similar upgrade system to Sunset Overdrive and Ratchet & Clank, where you can purchase various upgrades. We can make our web shooters better. We can change the design a bit. We can improve our vision, our spider sense lenses. We can how do I say it? We can include the durability. We can improve the durability of the overall suit itself. So yeah, there's a lot of things that could be upgraded. So to answer your question, I think we'll have a Sunset Overdrive / Ratchet & Clank style upgrade system. I hope that answers your question, and thanks for asking, Joel Deckard. Before I show you the new Spider-Man PS4 footage, this guy at Spidey PS4 Hype asks, at the Spidey Bugle, Spidey Bugle Q&A, what features do you want in Spider-Man PS4? What that are from the Amazing Spider-Man 2? Oh my gosh, I actually posted a couple of weeks ago the slingshot animation where he attaches webs. He makes a web slingshot out of his own webs. That animation, that would be a cool feature to have. While parkouring, we can jump and do that animation and slingshot ourselves forward. To add more suspense, to increase the momentum when traversing through the city. I haven't really played the Amazing Spider-Man 2, so I can't really say, but overall that wasn't really, that was an average Spider-Man game, so there isn't much that I would like Insomniac to implement from that game. Speaking hypothetically, I would only want that one feature. I know it's kind of single-sided, I guess. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I would only like the slingshot animation in Spider-Man PS4, because I was very close to getting the Amazing Spider-Man 2 on PS3, but eventually I just opted or chose to put that money aside. Yeah, to answer your question, the only feature I would like in Spider-Man PS4 from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is that web slingshot animation. I believe that would be a good method of traversing through the city. So I hope that answers your question, this guy. Okay, and we have yet another question from Dra Deckard. Thank you for asking, at Dra626. He asked, how many enemies do you think we will have? Do you feel the game will get a little repetitive? Spider-Man PS4, SpideyBugle Q&A. Well, it all comes down to how skilled you are. The games normally get repetitive when you repeat the same combos over and over again. So I feel Insomniac Games could do what Rocksteady did, randomizing your finishing blows. I'm not saying they should copy the combat sequence, but I feel that randomizing certain combat sequences and combos could make the game that much enjoyable. In terms of enemies, I can take on a whole city worth of enemies. That's the way I play in Spider-Man. I play to kick some ass. So really, if we get a lot of enemies, it won't really bother me that much. And in terms of enemies, I'm not sure from what angle you're coming from. I don't know if you're talking about groups or mobs. I think we'll have, we have in Spider-Man 3, we had I think 4 gang leaders, all controlled by kingpins. So, the city could be divided. That's what I think. Divided into certain areas. So you had the Apocalypse, Arsenic Candy, and the Dragon Tail in Spider-Man 3. And you also had Kingpins. No, sorry, not Kingpins, man. You also had the Lizard. So I think that's what Insomniac Games might do. I'm not sure. You also had in Web of Shadows the Thugs and the Symbiotes, as well as Kingpins, man, and a couple of other thugs. But yeah, judging by what you said, to answer your question, yes, I think we will have a lot of enemies. Particularly, I think we'll get 5 groups or 5 gang leaders in the game to deal with, as well as side missions involving major supervillains, as well as daily Bugle missions where sorry, not daily Bugle missions, oh gosh, I'm getting everything mixed up, as well as everyday thugs. So I hope that answers your question, Gerard Deckard, and thank you for asking. Okay, that was all the questions that I thought that were presented. I had fun answering them. Thank you guys for asking them, for asking the questions. This is my first Q&A, so if I do stutter or if I do sound funny, I apologize. But yeah, I did my best to answer these at the top of my head. I normally would stick to the script, but yeah, I tried my best to answer these at the top of my head. So I hope you like this video, and yeah. Again, guys, thank you for all your support. I couldn't have done it without you guys, especially Justin Frael on Twitter. He was the first one that really told everyone to follow me. So if you could follow him on Twitter, that would be amazing. Again, Evan Filaka on YouTube, Spidey Vigilante. I don't wanna just to name a few. All of you guys have been very supportive. Thank you so much. I have met one of the nicest people ever on Twitter and on YouTube. It's a pleasure doing these videos for you guys. You guys are the best. You guys, it puts a smile on my face every time. I love answering your questions, and yeah, I look forward to making gameplay videos for you guys. So that's something to look forward in the future, and yeah, I hope this was a fun video for you guys. And yeah, I hope you, if you're new, if you're seeing this video, if you're seeing my awkward voice, if you're listening to my awkward voice for the first time, I do apologize. I normally am not this way. I am normally a straightforward guy, like in my other videos. But yeah, it was just fun answering these questions. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys this new Spider-Man PS4. Well, it's not really called footage, but it is a 10-second video clip of Spider-Man. It's a CGI. It's CGI. It's not in-game stuff, so to speak. But it is something. We have had so little information given to us over the past couple of months, and I feel like this is the time. This is the breakthrough. PSX is the time to show some new content, even though Insomniac Games were not on the list, Naughty Dog as well. But I think it's a surprise. I think they're trying to surprise us. So, don't count it out yet. Just wait until the event. And yeah, if it doesn't, it all depends on what they show. I plan to stop making ideas videos after PSX because the main purpose of this channel was gameplay videos, but I plan to, I'll do some tutorials later down the line if I manage to get enough time to do so. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. That is epic. I have no words to describe it other than those two. That is, oh my god, I can't talk through this. This is too epic. It's so majestic the way he just takes out 2 guys at once. Oh my gosh. It's been a while since we last had anything, or since the last time we saw Spider-Man PS4, or some Spider-Man PS4 footage. So I hope this is the beginning of many videos to come. I hope we get a launch trailer as well as other content. That freaking release date, oh my gosh, everyone wants that. Everyone wants a release date. Just please, Insomniac, tell us if this game is gonna come out. I want this game to come out as soon as possible, please. But yeah, PSN, I think PSX is I feel the ideal time to please. I feel the ideal time to reveal the release date, please. I really, we are all dying, you know. It's been so long. It's been half a year. Come on, please. All we need is a release date. That's all we need. An official cover and a bundle. I want to get the bundle, the Spider-Man PS4 Pro bundle. Yeah, it just takes out two guys with one kick. What can I say? It's majestic. It's epic. What can I say? It's, you know, you guys want me to describe this scene? It's pretty self-explanatory. You just look at it. He slings the web and he takes out two guys in the face, and you know, we get 2 seconds of him just looking at us in that pose. I think I'm gonna draw him in that pose after this video. But yeah, that was it. So far the footage we have so far is the E3 teaser trailer. A teaser, not a trailer, a teaser trailer. A PS4 Pro demonstration clip, so that that I believe it was 20 or 30 seconds of Spider-Man looking via or staring at something. He's definitely looking at something, but that was definitely in game. The detailing on that footage is just extraordinary. And now this, so we have 3 videos in total. Yeah, it's surprising. With so little, we have so much. I can only imagine what the real trailer is gonna look like. It will just simply blow us away. But we can thank Evan Filaka for completely analyzing everything. You know, he can talk about a 30-second clip and make a lot of videos about it. That, you know, he really tries his best to keep us preoccupied, you know, using his words at the moment, make the wait more bearable. So, you know, without him, you know, let's admit, without him, the wait would be worse. It wouldn't be as bearable as it is right now. But yeah, I think this means something. This means that we're going to see more footage, hopefully, at PSX. You know, that wouldn't just leave us hanging for the 3rd time, because I believe that will make a lot of people angry. Regardless of how good this game's going to be, you know, everyone is getting overworked, everyone's getting angry, you know, everyone wants an explanation, and everyone wants this game as soon as possible. And I understand that, you know, I feel that way too, but we have to let Insomniac Games do what they do best, and that's develop games, and we have to let them just push through this final phase, and hopefully we will see something at PSX. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this awkward video. You know, I was kind of out of how do I say it, out of words than I normally am, because I am talking at the top of my head, which I normally do not do. I normally stick to the script and remain consistent. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you're new, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Amino, and thank you guys. This has been a very special video. 200 subs, 400 followers on Twitter, you know, it's amazing, the support I have. And yeah, I just like to how do I say, sign off in a positive mood, and hope you guys have a nice day. Hope you guys stick around, and see you in the next video.